All of this is going to come to an end sooner or later, because financially, reality is going to make itself felt sooner or later. Because, I'm sorry, it's getting late, isn't it? To edit that. Okay, again, all of this is going to come to an end sooner or later, because financial reality is going to make itself felt in very uncomfortable ways. But instead of thinking about what this means for how we conduct our foreign and domestic affairs, our chattering classes seem incapable of speaking in anything but the emptiest platitudes when they can be bothered to address serious issues at all. Fundamental questions like this, and countless other besides, are off the table in our mainstream media, which focuses our attention on trivialities and phony debates as we march toward oblivion. This is the deadening consensus that crosses party lines, that dominates our major media, and that is strangling the liberty and prosperity that we were once the birthright of Americans. Dissenters who tell their fellow citizens what is really going on are subject to smear campaigns that, like clockwork, are aimed at the political heretic. Truth is treason in the empire of lies. There is an alternative to national bankruptcy, a bigger police state, trillions of dollar wars, and a government that draws ever more parasitically on the productive energies of the American people. It's called freedom. But as we've learned through hard experience, we are not going to hear a word in its favor if our political and media establishments have anything to say about it. If we want to live in a free society, we need to break free from these artificial limitations on free debate, these artificial limitations on free debate. Man, don't they just really tell us who we're going to vote for? If we want to live in a free society, we need to break free from these artificial limitations on free debate and start asking serious questions once again. I am happy that my campaign for the presidency has finally raised some of them. But this is a long-term project. Long-term. That will persist far into the future. These ideas cannot be allowed to die, buried beneath the mind-numbing chorus of empty slogans and inanities that constitute official political discourse in America. That is why I, Ron Paul, wrote this book. So it's very appropriate that I picked that book up this morning and started reading it yesterday morning, and that we are in the position that we're at now, because it speaks directly. I needed to hear that. That's what I needed to hear. Anyways, we'll continue to need people like Ron Paul and Dennis Kucinich to, for the record, ask the questions and demand answers and real solutions. Real answers to real questions so we can get real solutions. Let me see here. And here's another one. Senator Karen Johnson on the Alex Jones Show, 9/11 Truth Rising. Here's one for Alex Jones, since we're talking about him and we want to represent the good that Alex Jones has done for this movement. The movement of truth and freedom,
government cover-up. You want answers?
Peace and prosperity.
So does he. He's Alex Jones.
You want answers?
GCN Radio Network. And now,
so do we.
From Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
This is Campus Talk, Revolution Broadcast.
Lawmaker asked McCain to talk with 9/11 theorist. This state professor there at a university is in day 17 of his hunger strike, calling for McCain to meet with him for a couple hours and talk about 9/11 being an inside job with Professor Stephen Jones of physics and, of course, head of architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, Richard Gage. Senator Karen Johnson, thank you for coming on with us.
Oh, you bet, Alex. It's my pleasure. I'm standing here right behind Blair, who is truly one of my heroes.
Tell us basically what's happening.
Well, Senator McCain has received all the information. He's got the DVD of Richard Gage. He's got information from Blair, and that has been given to him. The staff here at McCain's office here in Phoenix has validated that McCain now has all this information, and that the request to be able to have Blair speak with him, even if it's only an hour. I mean, Blair is certainly willing to take that if that's what he could get, and have Stephen Jones and Richard Gage come and speak with McCain. They've had that now for a couple of days, and Blair has not received an answer yet. He is still hoping today to get some kind of an answer. They know that this is day 17. Blair is getting very weak, but he's very courageous. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to continue this, but that's where we're at right now, waiting for a response from Senator McCain, who actually does have all the information. I mean, in my opinion, 9/11 is the catalyst for all of these issues that have happened, since then. Our loss of freedoms and liberties pertaining to our Constitution and the Bill of Rights, Homeland Security, oh my gosh, Patriot Act, loss of habeas corpus, the spying on us, the North American Union, Real ID, the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, the debacle of the dollar. All of this has come. There were things in the works beforehand, but this was the catalyst.
Senator Johnson, any other key points you'd like to add?
Well, yesterday on the floor, I don't know if you're aware, but Blair came down to the Senate, and he was up in the gallery with many. There probably were about 30 9/11 truthers with him, and they held him up. They literally supported him on each side as we introduced him to the senators on the floor there at the Senate, and we gave, just a short speech about 9/11 and why we felt it was so important, and I was happy to be able to do that. We practically had a press blackout here in the Phoenix area on that. There was nothing in the papers today, with any of the papers about this.
All right. Well, check in with us in the days as this develops, Senator Johnson, and we commend you for getting the word out every way you can. In your area, if all of us do similar things, there's no way this cover-up and this mass murder is going to continue. If we don't, the people that committed the attacks are going to use them to totally overturn our way of life and turn us into a New World Order police state. Senator, thank you for spending time with us, and thanks for going out to get Blair Gadsby support.
God bless you for what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you so much. There goes Senator Karen Johnson popping in with us from the side of Blair Gadsby.
Speaking publicly regarding my concerns about the attacks
And then the second part of this video is Senator Karen Johnson brings 9/11 truth to Arizona, I believe. Let me see. I'm reading the information here. There's a lot of information to read on this YouTube video.